talking on them phones.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff working right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is caught by Jackson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Well, that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard! Over!
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 32 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On the toss, it's McKinnon. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
This is Ajayi. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Rosen. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They run with Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Ajayi fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen will throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Ajayi escapes him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The Eagles into the red zone for the 1st time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it third and goal. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Third and goal. Rosen escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. First down throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
I got you. Check three. One, Omaha. 58, boy, 58, Mike.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are back within a score.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Gold now out to kick it away. A penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
Detroit!
Here's Rosen to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Completes it to Ajayi. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. Enunwa's got it, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Drops it off to Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Left 80! With 80! 12, fellas, here we go. Check, 53, 13!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gold now out to kick it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Reuben Foster in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long here for Rosen. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense
Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rosen. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. 20! And a big 32-yard play on third. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Leopard!
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll run to the former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they'll go on the ground. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. They run again with Ajayi. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it? Had to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.